Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing. Apologies for the delay since the last video. I ran into this Techmordian down at the Piggly Wiggly, and you would not believe what happened. This is the continuing first round action of the Final Fantasy Fracas, and today we've got groups 31 and 32. Kicking off the day, and Group 31, it's another zoom-in for Flips Racing with Nitro at the helm of the Brick, weighing 89 grams. You know it's fast, because it's red. You better not play his Squid game. From Arlo Racing, Topher is driving double Ot 1, an 83-gram Grand Cross. The returning champion of the Death Race, Sam Hall from DRT3K, has chosen an interesting vehicle this time, a 64-gram tailgater called Gator Fabulous. Watch out, Captain Hook. And rounding out this group of savage headliners, Mr. Orange represents Dubious Diecast in Freddy, a 49-gram Batmobile. Lap 1 puts Nitro and Topher up front, Sam and Orange in the back. Topher gets a nose ahead and maintains it out of turn 1. Mr. Orange lags behind and Nitro challenges Topher on the Coroplast. Topher spins around and hooks a wheel, but self-rescues and continues to lead Mater style. Nitro spins and slows, and Topher's going to take a huge lead around the final turn all the way to the finish line. Nitro claims second, and he'll be the only other driver to finish lap 1, as Sam Hall's on his blue lizard back, right in front of the Rust Belt Custom sign. Nothing says super fast custom decals like Rust Belt. And there's Mr. Orange, stopped outside Echo Base to compare notes with, oh hey, it's Dubious Diecast patron Mr. Dark sitting there in that land speeder. Well, time to kick some faces. Topher got out to a nice early lead despite having the outside lane, but Nitro really likes those open track turns, quickly catching Topher and forcing an awkward block that nearly resulted in a Topher wreck. I think Topher was saved by the rough edges of the mini Coroplast rails that slowed Nitro way down. And if red makes you fast, pink must make you faster. Arlo Racing on top after 1. Sam Hall assumes the pole for lap 2. Nitro with a quick jump, but he's really slow in that lane first turn. Sam with an alligator nose lead, the pack right behind him, and Nitro launches off the Echo Base turn. Sam gets loose, and Topher now challenging for the lead. No, Topher spins out, and Sam Hall's gonna take lap 2 to the house. Or the pond, you know, where the alligators live. Topher edges out Mr. Orange for second, and Nitro's on the subtrack safety surface checking out the Ooze poster by artist Andrew Heath. Well, Flips Racing has certainly pushed the limits with ultra-heavy cars, and one of those limits is apparently staying on the track in Echo Base. Topher extends his lead while Sam Hall jumps ahead of Nitro. Mr. Orange moves up front alongside Sam Hall, the pair both needing points here. The inside lane with the advantage, and Mr. Orange leads for the first time today. In the back, Nitro pushes Sam Hall out of the way and makes the overtake in Echo Base. Mr. Orange slides and Topher's all over him, Nitro too. They round the final turn, Nitro is slow, Topher slides, and Mr. Orange wins. Ooh, Nitro smacks Topher, who takes second, and Sam Hall flies in to claim third, back from Nitro millimeters before the line. Nitro successfully leveraged his weight this time, and Mr. Orange nearly gave up a win because of his lack of it. Nitro, with some incredibly bad luck on the final straight, not only fails to pass Topher for second, but coughs up third to Sam Hall. Topher clinches at least a runoff, while Nitro faces a tough last lap to avoid elimination. Points leader Topher and Mr. Orange up front, Nitro and Sam Hall in the back. Topher deftly takes the lead. Orange and Nitro battle, and Nitro finally forces his way ahead. Topher a little loose, and Nitro's closing. Nitro's right on top of Topher, but Topher will win for the second time. Mr. Orange spins in for third, and Sam Hall is fourth. A good run by Nitro on the final lap, but with a DNF and no lap victory, he's going to fall 1 point short of Mr. Orange, who advances behind Topher, who never finishes worse than second. 1 plus 31 is 32, I guess, and I have a feeling this group's going to be more entertaining than it is full of serious contenders. Representing home team Indiana Diecast Racing, Master Splinter is driving Pizza Time, a party wagon weighing a sprightly 62 grams. From Rust Belt Diecast, Frank Reich returns from the plethora of Party Wagons tournament in the 54-gram Bills bus. In his previous appearance, it should be noted that Frank only finished one lap and made a first-round exit. Also returning from the Party Wagon tournament and also from Rust Belt Diecast, Toka and Razor are driving the 64-gram Crash Wagon. TNR made it to round 2. And lastly, just returned from a Christmas-themed special over at Rust Belt, Clark W. Griswold is representing IDR in Why Is the Carpet Wet Todd, weighing in at 49 grams. 4 Party Wagons with Splinter and Frank up front, Toka and Razor, and Clark in the back. The front pair get a good jump, and holy cow, Master Splinter is off to the races. The Rat gets way ahead as Frank spins, now Splinter is loose. He's holding his lead and gets it spun around in time for the win. Ooh, and the pair from Rust Belt slide to a stop on the final straight, courtesy of Frank Reich. Heading to the back part of the Savage Square, it looks like Clark is on his side in front of the Filipiak sign, so this one's going to be a triple DNF, though given the chaos of the Party Wagon tournament, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. A good start for the Mutant Rat puts him far enough out front that his wobbles don't affect the final outcome. Frank, however, really struggled to drive straight and ultimately got locked up with his teammate for a DNF. Master Splinter with the early lead. Toka and Razor take the pole for lap 2. They're clearly no match for Splinter in speed, who picks up where he left off, and Frank assumes the number 2 spot. Splinter spins, and Frank connects. It's chaos and echo bass, but somehow Master Splinter's still out front. They start to break up, and Splinter leads again. Frank takes an early exit and drives off the track, while Splinter will win back-to-back. Toka and Razor finish to claim second. That Christmas tree not doing Griswold any favors as he rolled over for a second time. Splinter jumped out to a big lead again, but loses control exiting turn 2, collecting the entire group for a wild smash and slide ride through the middle part of the lap. Master Splinter with a masterful lead at the halfway point, Toka and Razor are the only other vehicle to put points on the board so far. Clark W. Griswold takes the pole for lap 3, hoping he'll just avoid a rollover this time. The outside lane a tad faster, and Clark drops back to third as Toka and Razor lead for the first time today. Lots of spinning, and the Shredder's henchmen are on their side. Ooh, Clark with a massive collision flippy spinny save, only to get caught in a stoppage, and this looks to be headed to a quadruple DNF. But Master Splinter gets his wagon rolling again, and he's going to put up the turkey to clinch his spot in round 2 and the group victory. Tough luck for the rest of the field. Hey, that's a pretty cool logo. This is exactly the craziness I was expecting when I put these hosers together. Everyone with trouble, and I think Master Splinter was at least half off the track at one point. We head to the final lap of what has been a one-wagon battle, the Bash Brothers with a sizable 3-point lead over Frank and Clark. The underdogs with a big chance from the front row, but they all have to hope Toka and Razor wreck. Frank gets launched out of the gate by Master Splinter. He's in great position with TR all the way in the back. Splinter gets loose. Frank spins. Master Splinter with a massive wreck as Clark and Toka and Razor slide by. Frank coasts through the square to take the final lap victory. The other two are still rolling. No! It's a triple DNF, exactly what Frank needed, as Clark is stalled on the final straight, and Toka and Razor are hiding under the zero. Knowing he was already in round 2, Master Splinter decided to go out with a bang, getting wild entering Echo Base, then driving backwards off the track, possibly being saved from a long fall by the high-tech safety barrier. Master Splinter wins, while Frank Reich sneaks past round 1 despite 3 DNFs. Quickly updating the standings, Topher with a top 10 performance today. Congratulations to Topher, Mr. Orange, Master Splinter, and Frank Reich. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 1 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas.